It is Tuesday, January 11th, 2011, and it is 8:38 p.m. I am driving home from work. I'm at roughly 16th Street and Park Road Northwest in D.C. Driving home in snowfall. The roads are still good. It's sticking to the road a little bit, but we're fine. It's nothing really to worry about. But still, this is when we remember that the South, in the South and Southern climes, and even though D.C. I think has more of a northern culture, when it comes to dealing with snow, D.C. is very much acts like they're from the South, because the South, let's put it this way, people in the South are a bunch of wussies when it comes to snow. I remember when I was growing up, Augusta County would close school at the drop of a hat. I remember there was one time that they closed school. I was a senior in high school that year. They closed school on a prediction of snow, and it did not snow. And the county kind of had egg on its face about that one. And if not mistaken, the Stanton News Leader drew a political cartoon showing the superintendent at the time on a chicken's body shouting, "The sky is falling, cancel school," and they show one snowflake coming down. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a way that they would be able to have school more often during bad weather. Although still, I just love those teachers who get who get all, how do I want to put it? The ones who act like it's my fault that they canceled school. I remember it was in 7th grade. My 7th grade social studies and homeroom teacher, Mr. Wade, right? It's like we would grumble about having to go to school on, I think it was Memorial Day. Well, we went to school every day because we had like 15 snow days that year or something like that. But basically, the short of it is we lost every vacation from March to the end of the year whenever it stopped finally snowing. And we missed a day here, a day there, and ironically enough, that was the first year they had school days, or snow days, built into the calendar. Because that year, they had built in 3 snow days, and I think they were gone by early January, so that was just lovely. And yeah, we missed an entire week for something at one point. And all in all, it was it was a very wintry winter, although we didn't have a really huge, blizzard like we had last year, but who knows. That was also the year that school went on Saturday. Yes, we had a school day on Saturday. That, let me tell you, that was a colossal waste of time, because you had about half the school in attendance, and then the class with the most attendance won a pizza party, and it's like, okay, wait a second. If you have to reward the class with the most attendance to get people to show up to school on a Saturday, that should be your indication that having school on Saturday was a bad idea. Because, people have a life on Saturday, and it's like, yeah, the schools have to make up 180 days, but if you're already going until June 16th, then I don't think it matters if you're going to June 17th, and not have that Saturday school day, because it's pretty ridiculous. Because, it's like, especially, what did we do all day? All day, the day we went to school on Saturday, all we did was watch movies. It's like, I could have sat home and watched Saturday morning cartoons. I wouldn't have missed anything. Of course, this is the same year that, again, Mr. Wade, he was, by the way, I will say this, he was a genuine, certifiable douchebag. And, you know what, and there was a thing back in 2007 I wrote about him, and it turns out he still is a douchebag, but you know what, that's just the way some people are. And so, I remember where I was going with this, but yeah, so Mr. Wade, though, would say, well, we grumble about having to go to school on Memorial Day or whatever day, and he said, well, you had your Memorial Day in January. It's like, screw you, I don't care. It's not like I made it snow. And it's like trying to make us feel bad for taking the day off and going, ooh, snow day. Hey, we were 12. What are we supposed to do? At least he's an adult, but still. He was a douche. But anyway. But anyway, at the end of that year, though, he made fun of me in front of the whole class for actually having perfect attendance. And it's just like, okay, I will say this, perfect attendance at school is probably highly overrated. Because there are some days I probably could have gone to school, or, excuse me, there are days that I went to school and probably should have missed because I was feeling really bad. But yeah, it's, I don't know, when you're going to school, you know, it's like, yeah, it's okay to miss a few days, and that's what it seems was, what seemed to be lost to me, because it's like, you know, I had this revelation when I was, you know, working at my current job, where it's like, you know, where my boss sent an email around and says, hey, if you're feeling sick, stay home. And I was just like, whoa, that's true. Because, I mean, there's no sense going to work if you're feeling so bad that you really, you know, should be at home resting. And so, you know, I'm just like, yeah, there's some days at school I shouldn't have gone to school. I should have stayed home. But, you know, such is the way it works. Oh, goodness. And meanwhile, we're up to Kennedy Street Northwest now, so this is exciting. And then this is, I think, the first, like, if this actually amounts to something, this may be our first real snowfall of the year. Since in December, that big blizzard that hit the Northeast missed us entirely. And so I'm just kind of, so it's like, it worked for me because it means that DC was clear. Seriously, we didn't get anything for that. So I expected maybe a couple inches. Nah, we didn't get anything. And so, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I wasn't, you know, all that concerned. It's like I still got to go to Philadelphia, although I missed getting to see my cousins Kate and Jen and my, I believe the term is, first cousin once removed, Adele. It's like I was excited about seeing Adele, but yeah, we had to cancel because they were coming down from Connecticut. And it was, yeah, but I did have fun real fanning scepter that day with Mom, so that was fun. And we'll go up to Philadelphia again another day and see them. And so, but otherwise, but yeah, this could be our first snowfall to actually amount to something. I mean, we had a dusting earlier in December. Big whoop-de-friggin'-do. So, you know, it's like I've seen dustings before. They look pretty, but, you know, it's nothing to write home about. And we haven't had anything like, you know, I think this is supposed to do like 2 to 5 inches, I think, 3 to 6, something in that range. Either way, it'll be nice to have a little snow. And so, have a little snow, something, you know, just something so that way, when you know, you look out the window, it's like, ah, look at this, oh, this is beautiful, and see a little cover of white. That's something, by the way, that I want to do one of these times. It's like, I wanted to, okay, stay in your lane, dude, alright, stay over there. Anyway, so, it's like, one of the things I would love to do one day is when, after it snows, put on my boots, put on, you know, the warmest things that I have, grab, you know, my Canon and my tripod, and just go hit the metro and go into downtown Washington, into DC in the snow. Seriously, I would love to get, you know, nice photos of DuPont Circle, snowy. And this would need to be at night too, because you know what? Snow under long exposure photography looks really cool. I've done it for my balcony, but I mean, you know, I would love to really get in it and, you know, get some really class act photos. And I don't know, it would look really nice. It would look really fun. I would enjoy that. And only thing is, I do live out in, you know, suburbs. And to get to the metro, you need to drive. And if it's that bad, then to drive is not a good idea. But, you know, that was just like with Snowpocalypse and Snowmageddon last year. The way I considered Snowpocalypse was the December blizzard, and Snowmageddon was the February blizzard. But between those two, you know, it's like I was stuck at home, so it's not like I could really do anything with the snow. And so, you know, that was unfortunate to have all that beautiful snow squandered because I couldn't get out of the muddy house. And so, if I recall, during the December blizzard, I think I did a lot of Schumin Web. And then during the January blizzard, I think I pissed off half of Wikipedia. So, you know, that's just the way it works. And, but yeah, I managed to annoy a good chunk of Wikipedia that day. I don't know, it was fun though. It was fun, I will admit. But yeah, after, what, I think I was stuck for 6 days, mostly. Well, no, I take that back. For the December blizzard, I was trapped in the house for like 3 days. Because we had, it snowed on a Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday, I was snowed in. Monday, we were closed from work, and I was able to finally get out of the house. And basically, you know, it was one of those things. I went to Giant, and it was one of those. It was a token trip, just to say, hey, I'm free. You know, it's like it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen the episode of Wishes on Today's Special. It's like, you know, Jeff sang this song, goes, outside the store, I can go where I want to, do what I want as well, play in the park, come home when it's dark, with lots of stories to tell. But anyway, basically that's what it was. It was like that, you know, I could go outside my apartment, see the outside world again. And so it was nice. It was a token tour. I went to Giant and bought a jar of mustard. Like, I need mustard, but you know, it's like I felt like mustard that day, and you know, it was just proof that the outside world was operating, and I was able to get out into it. So that was an accomplishment. And then the second snowfall, the February snowfall, we were closed for days. It's like we had 4 snow days in a row, and that was just crazy. But yeah, that again, it snowed on a Friday. It's like, it's nice when these blizzards, you know, come on the weekend, because then there's 2 days to see about getting dug out before, you know, the real world starts wondering whether it's going to call. But yeah, it snowed, and I think on Tuesday I was able to get the car out enough to, again, make a little run to Giant, and I think I picked up junk food because I'd eaten all my junk food. Yeah, well, I shouldn't have it in the house in the first place, but when you're stuck in the house for a few days, you know, I mean, you can only drink so much, you know, ice water and things in the house, so, only drink so much ice water, so it's like, you eventually get to the point where it's just like you start hitting the junk food, but don't worry, you know. It's okay. The calories don't count when you're stuck in the house, but I wish. But yeah, oh, that's another thing. Speaking of junk food, is I really started looking at the calorie count on foods, and you know what? That's enough to make you, you know, since, you know, I'm hitting the exercise bike now, and looking at the calories is enough to say, you know what? I don't need I don't need this. I mean, I think I could probably still work on my eating a little bit. You know, it's like I'm reading the calories and I'm trying to be, you know, just a little more mindful about what goes in, because what goes in and doesn't get burned ends up on, you know, on the thighs. And so, you know, we want less of that. But, you know, but still, yeah, I went to Giant, bought junk food on the day. I think I bought, and I bought diet soda along with my junk food. Go figure. But, you know, did all that and just, you know, got out, said hello to people, just because, you know, it's like I've been stuck in the house for days, and considering it was going to snow again the next day, I wasn't going to get out again for a couple days. So yeah, it's like we were closed on Wednesday, and then it snowed again, and we finally were back into work late on Friday. It was just like, I'm getting on Facebook, I'm saying, it's Friday, you bastards. And it's like, no, it's Monday, you bastards. Because it was like, it's like when you're the senior office manager, you have to have an office and be able to get to it in order to really do much work. And so I was just kind of like, okay, you know, checking my email, doing what I could from the house, but, you know, like I said, when you're managing an office, you need an office to manage. You can't really telework it, which is fine, because that's, you know, means I won't be tempted to do work from home, but still, you know, it's like, yeah, I was kind of useless for a few days. All right. And meanwhile, we're almost to the end of 16th. By the way, we are in Montgomery County. I don't know if you could see anything. I mean, I'm seeing it because I'm seeing it through the windshield. I know you can't see anything in the bottom half anyway because my dashboard blocks it, just because I'm putting this in the GPS mount, but that's the way, you know. But yeah, we're in Montgomery County. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can see much, but we are right now we are approaching the intersection of 16th Street and Georgia Avenue. It is just up ahead. I don't know if you can see it, nor do I want to look and see if you can see it and comment on it. So I'm just looking ahead. But yeah, we're almost to Georgia Avenue. This is fun. Oh goodness, I'll be glad to be home too. Because you know what? This driving around in the snow thing, not good. In Montgomery County, the roads are a little snowier than they were in DC. I guess because, well, first of all, DC, I saw they were throwing tons and tons and tons of salt, of snow, yeah, right, of salt on the road. So DC was ready. Looks like Montgomery County is not ready. I guess they figure, you know, all the rich people that live in Montgomery County don't need to drive. Look at their chauffeurs to do it. I don't know. It's like, that's when I have to remind people, hey, I live in Montgomery County too. I am not rich. So, you know, that's the whole thing. You know how it is. Alrighty. And now we've made it to 16th Street. Let me stop this video and I'm going to start again.